everyone, my name is Roxanne McCleary and I'm a maternal child health worker for Carrier Sakani Family Services. Today on this episode of Virtual Community Kitchen, I will be making pad thai. So for this version of pad thai that I'm going to be making today in the beautiful kitchen in Stellat'en, we're going to be using boneless pork and also shrimp for the protein part of it. But if you like, you can make it with tofu or chicken. There are lots of variations. One of the reasons why I like pad thai is because it includes so many different ingredients and you can really customize it to make it to your taste. So these wide rice stick noodles are available in probably the ethnic section of your supermarket if you are shopping for them. What I'm going to do is just take them out of the package and put them into a bowl of hot water, warm water, and that will soften them up. We're going to leave them in there for about 15 minutes and then they'll be ready to add to our pad thai. Ooh. So they come in almost like little patty-sized pieces. So we're just gonna kind of poke them down in there and let them soften up for a bit. Just put that aside. So the next step is to make the sauce for our pad thai. I've got a few different ingredients that we might not have used on Virtual Community Kitchen before, including this fish sauce. So we're going to use a 1/4 cup of fish sauce, and that can be found in your grocery store where you buy soy sauce and things like that. So 1/4 cup of fish sauce. This here is chicken stock I've pre-mixed. That's 1/2 cup. So we're going to pour that in. I've got here, I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of lime juice. So 1, 2, 3. I've also got a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So I'm just going to put those in there. That'll give it a little bit of heat. I've got a 1/4 cup of sugar. That's going in. And then I'll add 2 tablespoons of ketchup. And once that's, I gotta open this. Once that's in there, then we'll whisk it all up with a whisk and set it aside to add to the full dish once it's done. Let's see how this goes. Ooh. Oops. I need another spoon to scoop that out. Good enough. And then whisk it up. So if you're a little bit turned off by the scent of that fish sauce, don't worry. Once it's all kind of put into the dish, it shouldn't taste too overwhelming. It'll be good, I promise. So the next step is to cut up our pork. I'm just gonna trim off some of the fat here. And then we're gonna slice it into nice thin strips across the grain, but I don't know, let's see how it goes. Okay, so I've got my wok on about a medium heat, and I'm going to take a little bit of oil, about 1 teaspoon, and let's see if I can eyeball that so that I don't have to measure it exactly. we're gonna scramble up an egg. So that's part of the pad thai recipe, is 1 scrambled egg. Now hopefully I don't get any shell in here. And I'm just gonna scramble that all up and break it up, and then put that aside after. Now, true story, when I made this for my family a couple weeks ago, I scrambled the egg up, and I scrambled it up so much so that I could hide the little bits of egg into the dish, because I have 2 people in my family who do not like egg at all. And you know what? They never even noticed, so it was awesome. Okay, so our egg's done. I've scrambled it up, and I'm just going to transfer it to a plate. And then I'll just wipe down the pan, being very careful, of course, with a paper towel to get all the little egg residue out of there. And we're going to continue to use this pan for the next part of our recipe. Okay, so at the beginning of this episode, I showed you the shrimp in a bag. They were frozen. They come like this. You can get them without the shell on them. But if they do come with the shell, then you just have to peel it off before we cook. So here we go. I'm going to take that off, and off come the little legs and the tail too. So give me a few minutes to get all of these shrimp shelled looking like that. They'll be gray, and then when we cook them, they'll turn pink. Okay, we're about ready to start the fun part. Now I'm going to add a little bit of oil, about 1 tablespoon, to the wok. I've got the wok on medium-high heat now. We've increased the heat a little bit. And I'm just going to stir fry my pork. Pork's going in. The shrimp's going in. And I've got here 3 garlic cloves. They're also going in. Not the peppers, not yet. No! Okay, I'm gonna pick those out. There's one. And the other. Okay. So we're just gonna stir fry that, and then we want for the pork to have no pink in it. It should be cooked all the way through, and then the shrimp will turn pink when it's thoroughly cooked as well. Okay, so normally what would come next would be for me to pour some oil in, and the peppers and the tofu. Unfortunately, we were not able to find the proper tofu today, so we're gonna go without. I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil in here, and my yellow peppers are going in. You can use whatever color pepper you want, yellow, red, orange. I'm just gonna stir that up a little bit. Okay, so remember when I had the hot water on top of the noodles to soften them up? Well, I've drained them, and now they're going in with the pepper and the oil. So now my pan's getting a little bit full, but it's okay. If I'm careful, I'll be all right. So I'm stirring that up a little bit, and then after that, I'm going to add the sauce. Okay, and remember that sauce that I made earlier? That's all going in now too. This is starting to smell fantastic. So once all your hard prep work is finished, the stir fry goes pretty quickly. We're going to put the meat in now, and the egg. The scrambled egg is in there as well. So just going to throw all that into the pot. Normally you would have a huge wok, but this is the biggest one I could find today, so that's what we're going with. And then for the almost last step, we're going to add a couple last ingredients. So bean sprouts. Just a bit of those. Those don't take very long to cook, so that's why they go in last. And then we're also going to put in a little bit of green onion. So I've served up some of our pad thai onto a nice plate, and then for a garnish, if you like peanuts, I highly recommend you use some peanuts and just sprinkle them over the top. It really adds a lot as far as flavor and taste. There you have it, pad thai. Enjoy!